Somebody did some work.
Oh, I kind of goofed it up in the beginning.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That was good. That was really good. And, I would have very few notes about that. The one thing is it needs to be a little bit smoother, just the whole action of it all. But it's because you weren't really reading it. You were actually, you had memorized all that. But you had it, you really understand, it was a really good dynamic, good relationship, student-teacher relationship going there. Let's do it again.
Sure.
Let's do it again, and be a little more engaged in your work at first.
Okay.
Okay, you're working on Ray's case,
Oh,
right?
that sounds good. I probably hadn't made that choice. I should have made a more
Or
specific
something.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had something else, but that's good.
Something that's engaging you.
Right.
She's
Or
coming
even
in.
Don Shepard. Maybe I could be doing the
Don
prep on
Shepard,
that.
yeah. That's the guy, Don Shepard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that case.
Yeah.
You're working on his
Yeah,
case. She
yeah.
comes in looking
Right.
for a fight.
Right. Exactly.
You almost expect it
Right.
because
Yeah.
you did it yourself, right? You went in the same way. You asked,
Yeah, that's
how
right.
dare you
That's
do
right.
that to me?
I've been through the whole thing.
You're expecting
That's right.
it,
That's right. I knew what it was like. Yeah.
I thought that was really pretty good. So
Oh, sorry. How'd Ray plead?
May I close this?
Sure.
Not guilty.
Great. Nice work. What's up?
One, it's none of Meredith's or anyone else's damn business how I put myself through
okay,
law
I'm
school.
just going to stop and we'll start it one more time. Take a beat to get into your opening moment as you're working on your case.
Okay. Yeah.
And then and stay with it as she comes in. It's like she walks in. How did he plead?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Until you have to look up at
Oh,
it.
okay. Thanks a lot.
Stay
Thanks.
engaged in that.
Right. Oh yeah. How did Ray plead?
May I close this?
Sure.
Not guilty.
Great. Nice work. What's up?
One, it's none of Meredith's or anyone else's damn business how I put myself through law school.
Agreed. They didn't get it from me.
And two, I won't work like this. I don't give a rat's ass if you're the only firm who offered me a job. I will go back to pole dancing. Ray McWhorter is not a case number. He's a 16-year-old boy whose life is hanging in the balance, and you sent me in there completely unprepared.
Well, not guilty. You entered the right plea.
It doesn't matter. I was representing that boy in court without knowing a damn thing.
But what do you know now? Run me through it.
He's a kid, a mixed-up teenager without a record who robbed his pot dealer. Pointed a gun. That is a serious crime. But the kidnapping charge is ridiculous.
How so? You got a risk. You got some movement.
Telling the dealer to move 10 feet into his own bedroom to get the 10 pot was incidental to the robbery. But kidnapping would be a dual liability.
What would you do?
Fight the kidnapping, but
Great. Look at that. You figured out the case. The defense. Prosecutors are overcharging scumbags. And all I had to do was just to show you the judge's elevator.
that's not my point.
I know. Listen, when I first started out, Nick threw me right into the deep end. And at the end of the day, I was in his office screaming at him. I could have made a mistake. These people are counting on us, you son of a... Then when I look up, he's just shaking his head and he's smiling. And before I could punch the son of a bitch, he says, "I'll be damned." And I thought I was the only one dumb enough to care so freaking much. defense. Don Shepard's going on trial.
Good. Good. Let's do it one more time. Keep your words there, okay? When I was saying earlier, when you're auditioning, right, which is sort of what this is set up is about, to keep your sides, even if you know all the words, because it reminds them that we're in an audition,
Right.
and this is not a final performance. So it's always good to kind of keep that page in your hand, you know, just to keep them aware that this is an audition. Now, some of this, you know, like that, you know, I was saying that you want to try and maybe write a little subtext for yourself, right? You know, let me see. Oh, great, great. You know, when you say great, here I have my pages here. For example, when she says, so what do? I fight the kidnapping, but, well, look at that. Perfect. You know what I mean? You can almost throw that away.
Okay.
You don't have to, doesn't have to be perfect, great. You did it right, you know, it's like, great. Well, hey, great. So you did the right thing. You know, perfect. You're in, you're good. That's not the point. You know what I mean? So you can give yourself a little subtext like, you know, where he says, you know, look at that, perfect. You figured out the case. The defense prosecutors are overcharging scumbags, and all I had to do was show you the judge's elevator, right? And your subtext could be, well, look at that, perfect. I threw you into the fire, and you worked it out. Great. So what's the problem? But you're using these words, but those are your intentions.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you just, because, you know, a lot of times you'll get a character and you don't talk like that, right? So it's not very comfortable for you when you're speaking these words. So you give yourself your own subtext of how you would say it. And that gives you the intention, the right intention. And all you do is substitute those words
That's I
with
see what
your
you're saying.
intention.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You know, we need all hands. Don Shepard's going to trial. You could do that a lot of different ways. You know, it could be, you know, well, you're in, and we need all hands, because this is going to be one tough trial. You know, what I mean, it could be
Right.
whatever it is you're going to say, but you feel.
Right.
But these are the words you're
Right.
saying.
Right.
So let's that's your homework to do when you're looking at your script by yourself and stuff.
Right.
You know.